Hello, I'm Mage. Some people will dismiss TV or movie news as just that. What does it matter? It's only a movie. Or in the way some who produce these shows treat it, and it gets mockingly called out for, consume product, and get excited for next product. I don't agree with this view of our entertainment, our stories. Yes, our entertainment is primarily, well, to entertain. Even so not so great shows can still provide us with a bit of much needed escapism. When someone likes a piece of entertainment, we call them a fan, which is likely a shortening of fanatic, and rather appropriately termed. A good story doesn't just entertain us, it takes us on a journey. It allows us to feel what the characters are feeling, experience what the characters are experiencing, see through eyes that are not our own, and even possibly learn something along the way. This is why it can upset us greatly when we feel the stewards of our stories are mishandling them, because a good story isn't just a story, it can become part of who we are. These are our modern myths and legends, and how people long into the future will remember us. For example, when you think of a medieval knight, what you're picturing in your mind is likely a knight from a fable rather than an actual historical knight. This will be the same for us one day. One of the core philosophies I try to live by comes from a most unlikely of places. I think it's stated simply and elegantly as a way to live and treat others. Be excellent to each other and party on.
Excellent!
Every human wants to be loved, respected, heard, and treated fairly and honestly. If we can do these things, we are being excellent to each other. We should try to enjoy life, party on, while we're here. If you see the world as an atheist does, this is the only chance you have to do so. If you believe in an afterlife, this is your only chance to enjoy life here. Even if you believe in reincarnation, this is your only chance as the person you are now. Another important but more overt lesson comes from a little show from the 60s called Star Trek. You might have heard of it. It's summed up in the initials IDIC. IDIC. This stands for Infinite Diversity in Infinite Combinations. It means to learn to delight in what we are. Be pleased when you find differences in others. Find the meaning and beauty created in how our differences combine. To paraphrase Gene Roddenberry Jr., you can listen to 1,000 different viewpoints, and it can still not be enough to tell the whole story. So keep listening. Keep exploring. This wasn't just the core philosophy of the Vulcans in the show. This was the core philosophy of the show itself, one that carries on into new shows.
Live long and prosper.
Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. You cannot hate the hate out of a person. You cannot beat the hate out of a person. But you can love it out of a person. This philosophy, stated by Martin Luther King Jr. and restated by Daryl Davis, can be seen played out in Star Wars. This is how Luke ultimately defeated Darth Vader. Not by giving in to his own hatred of what his father had become, but by finding who his father was underneath all the hate. This is a core value we can learn from those movies. This is something that we aren't even told, or shown. It's shown to us by going on the journey with Luke, feeling the frustration and anger he felt when confronting Vader, seeing through his eyes as he realized giving into that hate meant becoming like Vader and finding a better way. When you want to convey a message in a story, you have to make sure the story is good so the people you want to reach are invested in that journey. Maybe they won't learn the lesson you're trying to teach, but just going on the journey with the character might nudge them ever so slightly to becoming a better person. I'll leave it off with a paraphrase quote from Herman Munster, which I think appropriately extends to what I added. You can be tall or short, fat or thin, ugly or handsome, trans or cis, straight or gay, or any shade of skin color. It doesn't matter. What matters is
The size of your heart and the strength of your character.
Thank you for watching.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes!